Hello, my Mercurial Mercenaries! Welcome to another episode of Discover. Today we are going to discover Iron Maiden's debut album, Iron Maiden. Yeah, I don't think it's that funny that they called it Iron Maiden, but still. Eponymous, is that the word? Eponymous! Let's get into it. This is the debut album by Iron Maiden, 1980. This is one of the first kind of new wave of British heavy metal albums. And we're going to put it on right now. This is an album I bought a long time ago. Before the days of cat hair. Now we're just into flimsy vinyl and dust. Flimsy vinyl and dust. and scratches. People buy proper cleaning products for vinyl. I'm going to use my jeans, my Mercenaries. There we go. I mean, how bad can it be? Side 1, Prowler. Let's take you back to England in 1980, my Mercenaries, with an iconic album cover. And it's not gatefold. Walking through the city, looking oh so pretty. Gotta find my way. See those legs flashing, they're flashing. I just gotta find my way. Okay, here's the story, my Mercenaries. I'm not very well today, at all. Basically because a woman on a train coughed in my face. Now people mock me for this, but as soon as someone coughs in my face, and it happens regularly, I must have a face that says cough in me. As soon as it happened, I said, I'm going to be ill. And I immediately started to feel ill. Now some people would say that I bring illness on myself, but it's not that. It's that I'm in tune. You know, in the Star Wars prequels, the midi-chlorians? Well, I'm in tune with the cells in my body, my Mercenaries. And immediately, all the cells were going to act tingling. Saying, we're going to make you ill. Should we do that again? Let's hear it again. Yes! Wait, he was struggling to hear that note there, wasn't he, my Mercenaries? I'm going to bend that string if it's the last thing I do. Holy shit. And my cells were doing that. You're going to get ill with Q number 6. And so we get to today, where I'm in deep sweats. So much so, I actually went out to the record shop today to get some new music, some Ariel Pink or something, Pom Pom or something. Couldn't do it. I stood there and my head was thumping. I thought, what can I do? What can I do, my Mercenaries? I thought what I can do is abandon, jettison. And I thought, what can I do? I thought, get in your studio with your thumping headache, get a big cup of coffee, and listen to Iron Maiden. I thought, what could possibly go wrong with Mercenaries? What could possibly go wrong? This is Iron Maiden's debut album, like I say, 1980. A collection of songs that they were working on. And as is the way with debut albums, those songs have had time to breathe and be played live. And they're often the best. Unchain the colours before my eyes. Yesterday's sorrows, tomorrow's white lies. I scan the horizon, clouds take me higher. I shall return from out of the fire now. Paul Di'Anno, who was the singer of Iron Maiden around this time, is one of the most underrated singers of all time. He hasn't done himself any favours over the years with Mercenaries. Tears for remembrance. Listen to his singing here. And tears for joy. It's just sublime. Go up again. Sky! People think of Paul Di'Anno. People think of Paul Di'Anno as kind of embodying the punk spirit. They think of Bruce Dickinson, who was the later singer. As being like the air raid siren and having the operatic voice. And I think of Paul Di'Anno as being the bludgeon. In some respects, they couldn't be more wrong thinking like that. Lead vocals, we have, like I said, Paul Di'Anno. Iron Maiden were the new wave of British heavy metal. They come out of an era of punk music. And Steve Harris, who's kind of the band leader, was determined to carry on the kind of legacy of your Deep Purples and your British heavy metal in an era of kind of prog rock and punk. So they were very much a long-haired rock band. But Paul Di'Anno, short-haired, top off, naked torso, studs. Unchain the colours before my eyes. Yesterday's sorrows, tomorrow's white lies. Let's just have one more high note from Paul Di'Anno and bask in it with Mercenaries. Here we go with Mercenaries. Here we go. He's going to say it. He's going to go wow wow actually. Here we go. That was a guitar. No, he's doing it as well. Just listen to the incredible musicianship here. You've got Steve Harris, arguably the greatest heavy metal bass player. And alongside Steve Harris, you have Clive Burr, arguably the greatest heavy metal drummer. He's up there. Played on the first 3 Maiden albums. This is Running Free. This is a song they still play to this day. This is a song they played on Top of the Pops. A bigger truck, out of money, out of luck. I got no place to call my own. Hit the gas and here I go. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. I think Paul Di'Anno wrote the words to this song. It's very American. Very American. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. Get out of my way! Oh, typical. Signature Iron Maiden twin guitars. And this was very much a thing of the new wave of British heavy metal, started beforehand by a Jewish priest, but the idea of two lead guitars. If you think about before that, with the likes of Jimmy Page and Richie Blackmore, Jimi Hendrix, whatever, the idea of twin lead guitars wasn't the norm. It became more so, but I think I'm running free, yeah. I think very much at the influence of a band like Iron Maiden. I'm running free, and signature drum beat here. And now we're going to get into a signature twin guitar solo. Clive Burr on the drums was a phenomenon. Bottle top, whiskey dancing, disco hop. Now all the boys are after me, and that's the way it's gonna be. The lyrics are appalling to this song, and yet they stick in the mind when they're singing. They stick in the mind. So are they bad or are they good? I'm running! I'm running! I'm running! Here we go. I'm running! I'm running! I'm running! Are we going to get into the ending now? We're... Here we go. Here we go. Go! Holy shit. Now, whoa, we can relive this moment. One of the most complicated songs of the new wave of British heavy metal era. One of the most complicated songs ever. This is Phantom of the Opera. People of my age will remember it from the Lucasade advert with Daley Thompson. Listen to this one, Mercenaries. Oh yeah! Listen to the drumming. Imagine being that drummer. All the guitar players for that matter. Now imagine having to sing to this. Because old Paul's going to have to do it now. You know when I know that you ain't gonna run to last. Holy shit. Don't try to sing when you're ill, my Mercenaries. It looks like your feelings are just the remains of your past. You stand there in the wings and you wait for the curtain to fall, knowing the terror and holding you have on us all. Do you want to hear something funny with Mercenaries? When I was like 15, 14, 15, whatever, I bought the book with a tab on guitar for this. Fucking backing vocals on this album. Unlike any other Iron Maiden album. I'm going to tell you the tab story in a minute. Keep your distance, walk away, don't take his bait. Don't you stray, don't fade away. He's out to get you, come what may. Don't you stray. I mean, just slicing from time signature to time signature, from piece to piece. I mean, yeah, Pink Floyd, whatever, King Gizzard today, everyone's doing it, but Black Sabbath did it as well. I mean, everyone does it, but listen to the way it's done on this album. So I bought the tab for this album, and it had the lyrics to it. God, a head's thumping. Had the lyrics to it. And the lyrics in my book for that verse that just came up a little while ago. You stand there every Wednesday and you wait for the curtain to fall. It actually had that written in my lyrics. You stand there every Wednesday and wait for the curtain to fall. Someone didn't understand about the wings of a theatre, about standing in the wings. Always be wary whenever you read, especially in this internet age. When you read what someone else says the lyrics to a song are, don't be fooled, my mercenaries. Seek it out for yourself. Don't look like an idiot, especially on this. And certainly don't keep banging a record player. Here we go, another classic twin guitar solo now. Brutal. Paul Di'Anno. Like I said, there's so much great musicianship here. Especially from Steve Harris on the bass, Clive Burr on the drums. And this lineup also had Dave Murray. Now these three people are still in the band today. Dave Murray is the ultimate. And yet, you still end up judging a band on the singer. And with Paul Di'Anno, Iron Maiden had a world beater. The ability to soar and the ability to be brutal. And a song like this one showcases his skills. I mean, he was probably off stage now getting a pint, to be fair. Long, drawn-out passages in Iron Maiden songs. And about now he's thinking, I better make my way back to the stage. Here we go. love the backing vocals of this album. Here we go. I was fucking ready for it. Join me for side B, my mercenaries. Yeah? Okay. So, side B of Iron Maiden's debut album from 1980. This song is called Transylvania, again written by Steve Harris. Most songs around this time and to this day were written by Steve Harris. Now, an interesting thing to note is that although, like I said, Iron Maiden's songs were honed by this point, played live to death, so the band could go into the studio and could just churn this stuff out, and it was considered, it was intricate, considered, practiced, honed. But Steve Harris, like I said, he's the kind of leader of Iron Maiden. If there can be such a thing. No, there can be such a thing. He is the leader. Although he holds the songs up and the musicianship up, he can't stand the production of this album. And it's been heavily criticised for years. Now, this is the original album. This isn't a remaster. This album is years old. I probably bought this 25 years ago, 30 years ago. And Steve Harris and the band consider this, the mixing and the mastering and the whole recording process, too tinny, not enough guts and power. And I think the fans tend to just go with that idea because Steve Harris says it, and if Steve Harris says it, therefore it must be so. And when I put this album on, I thought I was going to have to talk more about it, more about the lackluster production. And it's certainly true that it does sound very different to the other Iron Maiden albums. Especially once you get to the era of an album like Power Slave, where the production is just full fat, like drinking the cream off the top of a bottle of milk, and perhaps this is skimmed. But I've got to say, it still sounds good to me. I think what I'm hearing though is the musicianship. How can you hear a combination of Clive Burr's drumming and Steve Harris's bass playing back with that youthful spirit as well, and not be impressed, and not be completely impressed? And like I said before, once you mix that with the sheer brutalism of Paul Di'Anno and his ability to mix it up and take you to places you weren't expecting, that probably makes this one of the best Iron Maiden albums. And yet, very few people would tell you that. If I had to tell you to listen to an Iron Maiden album right now, I would tell you to listen to Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. And if you put this album next to Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, they are completely different beasts. Completely different beasts. Now, next up we've got a song called Strange World, which I would say is another absolute tour de force for Mr. Paul Di'Anno. And Strange World is a song that I used to play live Very few songs have I ever played as covers, very few in my lifetime. But Strange World is one of them. I'm going back a long time. I'm going back to like when I was 15 or 16 or whatever, but just listen to this as an example of atmosphere, not Russ Abbott. I mean, it sounds meaty. Boom, 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 boom. Everything enters now. Iron Maiden are very much that sort of. I mean, Dennis Stratton does a decent job on this album, and I'm assuming that a lot of the layered kind of middle of the road backing vocals are due to Dennis Stratton, and I think the rest of the band, he was the melodic influence, and the rest of the band kind of wanted to go a bit more heavy metal, so he was discarded, I believe. Listen to this. Listen to this vocal tour de force by Mercenaries. A man who's dismissed by a lot of people. See what I mean? In a lot of respects, quite a brutal band at the time. But with Remember Tomorrow and this song, Strange World, there's nuances. A nuanced band by Mercenaries. Production sounds fine to me, to be fair. I love it. I need to do more of this. I need to do more just coming in here and putting a record on. And take you. I mean, this song's called Strange World. And just the idea of being taken away somewhere else by music. That's what I'm really trying to get across with this channel. Whether it's discovering something new for the first time, or kind of rediscovering. I very rarely put this album on. Once every decade, maybe. Perhaps this is surprising some of you. Some of you might have preconceived notions of what Iron Maiden means. This next song is called Charlotte the Harlot. Back to being a bit more brutal again. Song about a prostitute. Don't you know? Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! I suggest if you get the chance, track this down on YouTube, the live version, black and white. I think it's from the Ruskin Arms. Brutal. Brutal. If I can find it, I'll link to it. Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot, take me to bed! Here we go. See what I mean? That ability to just spin on the spot.
There was a time when you left me standing there, picking up pieces of my floor.
I'm doing that. Paul Young used to do it like that.
Well, Charlotte, you left me alone in there,
Alone in there. There.
to make you ready as a body floor. Well, Charlotte, you told me you
Alone in there.
picking up pieces of my yesterday.
Oh.
Well, Charlotte, you know that I've done too.
Ooh, yeah.
Kiss your making number, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Can you make it?
Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! Charlotte the Harlot! Holy Mother of God. Yes. This song's called Iron Maiden. Played every single gig Iron Maiden have ever played. They played this song. Well, into my room. I wanna show you all my wares. But you just stands there. See the blood begin to flow. Iron Maiden candies. Iron Maiden candies. I mean, oh well, wherever you are, gonna get you, no matter how far. See the blood flow, watching it shed up above my head. Iron Maiden wants you for dead. Wish I had long hair to do the headbanging. Had long hair once. Can't grow it again. Can't grow it. I can't get it through the shit stage. See your blood. Once you do stand and stare. See the blood begin to flow as it falls upon the floor. Wow! I want to show you all my wares. Just want to stand and stare. See the blood begin to flow. Wherever you are, Iron Maiden's gonna get you. Matt Paul Diano wants you for dead. In about early 90s, when he was in Killers, back when he used to wear a metal baseball cap. That's how hardcore he was. Scream for me, Long Beach! The blood begin to flow. Iron Maiden candy stuff. Wherever you are. He was brutal, but I went backstage, shook his hand, he signed my CD. I mean, for the fans, it's hard to separate out Bruce Dickinson from Paul Diano. I think we all agree Bruce Dickinson is tops. But the band still had to get somewhere in the first place, and someone like Paul Diano facilitated that. My Mercenaries, I felt ill when it started, and I feel even worse now. That is a really old piece of flimsy vinyl, and I think you could see for yourselves how easily the needle can jump when you're talking about a flimsy piece of vinyl. So I could sample that. Anyway, thank you, my Mercenaries. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more of this shit. If you didn't like the video, please press thumbs down. If you did like the video, press thumbs up. I need to go and get a towel. Thank you, my Mercenaries. over and